Hello, fire tenders. This is Renee, the Practical Shaman, and I'm here with Jan Engel-Smith today. And this is, as we promised, this is the pre-fire tenders warm-up.
Warm up, yeah.
We're warming up. And Jan's going to speak to you today about how do you prepare yourself as a fire tender to hold space for this worldwide community that's forming with, thousands of people all around the world who are going to be coming to this symposium looking for something. We don't know what they're looking for. We're going to offer them wisdom from 18 people. And you're going to be such an integral part of this because you're actually the ones who are going to hold the candles, the fires, the sacred flames, so that people can really, reach in and get what they need from this group. And so I'm really thrilled, and Jan can tell you who she is. We'll have lots on her. She's an author, shamanic practitioner. She's a Reiki master, a licensed counselor. She works in chemical dependency, and she has the Light Song School of Healing, which can take you from the beginning all the way up to your PhD in modern day shamanism. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Renee. It's always an honor to be here or to be with you in all of our different interactions. So I was really glad that Renee asked me to do this because fire tending and holding space is actually one of the things that we teach at our school at Light Song School of 21st Century Shamanism and Energy Medicine. So I felt like I could be helpful in sharing some of the things that we talk about and have our assistants do as they are holding space and tending. We also do a really big ceremony and I think we've been doing it for about maybe 18 years now, or close to 20 years, of doing a New Year's Day ceremony of doing a big fire. And so this is something that our people attend to learn how to hold space. So some of the things that we're going to talk about. But first of all, let's talk about fire. And fire is one of the sacred elements. It is deemed as the great transmuter. Fire often stands for transmutation and transfiguration. It transmutes energy quickly and easily. The smoke then of the fire takes the message that is in the fire to spirit and to the universe. And so there's this whole process of building fire and then burning something and then the release of that. But fire tending is often synonymous with holding space through focused intention. And this is a sacred thing. People have sometimes a hard time staying focused, but focused attention builds tremendous power. And it also builds safety and protection for the participants. It doesn't matter if the space holder or the fire tender is in the same location of the ceremony. It's the intention and the focus that determines the results. And so it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can be a fire tender for this ceremony. And ceremonies will always have more power when people choose to stay focused and centered on the process, especially if you're filled with love and gratitude. And so the people that volunteer to be the fire tenders, you're revered. You're actually revered by us. We need you, and your commitment and your participation in this process makes the ceremony powerful. And so thank you. I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart for those of you that are looking to do this. For you as the fire tender, you want to support Renee and the participants of this ceremony through your participation with Facebook and either virtually or literally building a fire for release and renewal. And I say Facebook because I understand that there will be this interactive group that you can talk about your process and kind of listen to the processes of others, which will help you fill with love and gratitude and caring for their process, which is all part, again, of holding this space. This will reinforce, you also want to stay in an attitude of love and appreciation, gratitude. These are really high frequency energies, and those high frequency energies will move right into the support of these ceremonies. And it will help the participants to have great results. It will help the presenters to have great results, and it will help you in having great results. So I want you to look at yourself as being an advocate for love and change and the new earth. As people let go of the old and they let go of the things that are blocking them from success, from connection, prosperity, or any of their heart's desires, you as a fire tender are holding space for this process. And so keep that process in your heart and mind. And as you are going on throughout your day, be thinking of sending love to the fire, sending love to these participants. No matter what you're doing, if you're at work or if you're driving your car, it doesn't matter. You're just staying focused and keeping in mind that you are in process with this ceremony. And the results will literally be magical. So it doesn't matter, the building of a fire can be diverse. It can be from a bonfire to a campfire to a fireplace and to a candle. It doesn't matter. All are acceptable and all are powerful. You want to have a space preparation, and I'll explain this a little bit. And I was telling Renee the other day that I got to work with the archangels in Peru, which was really quite amazing. The shamans were in these caves and they actually manifest these angels in physical form coming into the room, and you can hear them. It's dark, but you can hear them sort of land on the tables and their wings hitting the walls, and they reach out and touch you, and they've got these great big hands that are just like feathers that you're feeling. Anyway, it's profound. But I got a chance to talk with them about prayer, and they said that when you're light a candle and they'll come. And they said, when you have a new candle, take this candle and speak your prayer, your intentions into the candle, and then blow and add your breath to it. And then take the candle and just rub it over your body, roll it around. It's usually round, and you're just rolling it all over you. And this sort of puts your DNA into the candle. And then when you light it, the angels come and it's connected with your DNA, your intention. And the archangels were saying they will immediately hear and respond to your prayers. So you can do the same process here as holding space, as being a fire tender with a candle that you're lighting to be in process with connecting in with Renee and all the participants. It's a beautiful thing, and you don't have to have an elaborate, fire ceremony. But if you are doing a fire, if you're going to build a fire and like maybe you have a fire pit or something like that, touch each piece of wood and say thank you to it. This wood has decided long before, we ever thought of doing this symposium to be part of this ceremony. There's always a bigger picture, and it's giving its life to the process. It was bought by you or brought into your world by you for this process, and say thank you to that. And touch each piece of wood. You might sing to it. You might just be in this place of reverence. but you're imbuing the process with a very high frequency, loving thoughts and actions. And this is what you call creating sacred space. And part of fire tending is creating this little sacred space that now you're holding space for this symposium, and you are being, again, an advocate for the light and for the love and for the change and for the new beginnings that these people are desiring in their life. So again, thank you for your process. I hope that you benefit from what I shared. And if you have other ideas, then I'm sure they're great too. And you know, the whole point is that you are involved. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jan. It's such a great reminder. Who would have thought to roll yourself around on the candles?
I never did. The angels.
I know, that's great. I've been in those darkened rooms in Peru where, you know, they put soda, they pop the caps and you're like, you know, and the facilitators curled up on the side of the room when we're all done with it, because bringing in that energy.
Yeah.
And also, I was once with John of God, who talked about to his students about what it looks like to bring in that kind of massive amount of energy. And one of the things that I've been being told lately by the wind spirits is that I needed a bigger altar. And, you know, first of all, I'm looking around my house, my little small house, and thinking, well, where? And it was like, no, you're missing the point. You need to start connecting all of your altars with, you know, you can't hold this. I know that you can't hold this alone, but we need to hold it together in sacred community so that we're holding stronger altars, so that on a day when it's not going so great for me, I have the strength of the Wind Clan holding the possibilities, you know, and that I can do the same, but it's not all off one person's back.
Yeah. And I learned that sort of the hard way. Also, I started running, you know, big ceremonies on my own. And I found I was just exhausted, you know, just like at the end of it, I was just like, oh my God, holding space for all of these people. And that's when we started at Lightsong, the assistance program, where you actually learn how to assist in classes or ceremonies or big events and learn this talent of holding space, because it's like the energy, the need of the people, let's say, dissipates and goes around instead of all coming to me. And then I get to just be the channel, and then I can dissipate that out also. And the assistants are sort of energetically spreading that around the room. And so it's truly an honor to learn how to do this. And when you have this skill, you can take it anywhere. You can take it to the grocery store. You can take it when you're driving on the highway. You can take it to any place. Like for me, I have a hard time managing malls and big places like that. It's just like overstimulation. Well, I just use that skill and just dissipate it. And it's just amazing. And so these are very practical, everyday types of things of energy medicine. It's how you manage energy, both great and small. And so I'm glad you're learning that, because I learned it too. And then actually I've asked people after ceremonies, I'm saying, don't break the circle right away. Hold it for about another 2 days, because it helps us all sort of integrate back into the, you know, the world that we live in a more gentle way, without everybody just going, poof, energy's broken, you know, it's the circle's undone and we're all out there now. This tempers it and sets us all down in a good way. And so I recommend that to you, that you ask the fire tenders to hold space for you for a little bit longer after it's over.
Did you hear that? So even though we have we're going to release, Jan's going to share an opening ceremony with us on the 21st, and we're going to actually be making talismans that we're going to actually put into our fires at the end of this. So I'm going to ask you fire tenders right now. So if those are going in on the 1st, maybe we all have to keep our candles going till the 7th. which
Yeah.
is, is it the 7th or the 5th when the Bufana flies?
I
I'll
don't know.
have to look. I'll have
Yeah.
to, don't hold me to Bufana's date,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
whatever it is, we'll hold our fires if you're willing till then, or I will for sure. And
Yeah.
so on the 20th, and what just reminded you is that we are going to have an opening fire. And last year I did it, I was here alone with this fire. This year I've invited some local Palm Springs community people, and the fire builder is actually Stuart, who built the fires for with the 13 grandmothers
Oh, wow.
for 10
Nice.
years. So
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and his wife Audrey, they're going to come hold the space with me, and I've invited a lot of the community, so there's 10 or 12 people at that physical fire. So join us for that, and we will see you really soon.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the whole process. It's just so fun. So
Yeah,
thank you.
it's really unwinding great. And make sure to share this and invite your friends to this, this sacred gathering, this IAM Winter Solstice Symposium, because people need this. And they need it now. And it's not something we need to hold. It's something we need to share. So
can I, and
yes.
you can, can I talk about continuing education with shamanism?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
The first of the year, January 12th and 13th in Portland, Oregon, we have our kickoff, our gateway basic learning how to journey class that I teach. And that is very popular. People fly in from all over the country for this class. And so if you're interested in learning more about shamanism and learning more about how to journey and energy medicine and what Lightsong offers, please sign up. It's on my webpage, lightsong.net. It's the first thing that you see there to sign up for the class. And I also have it in video online form. If you think there's no way I can fly in, then you can do it in the online form and still stay connected to us. We have a great distant community that we interact with and teach, and so we're quite large, and it's really great. We are, again, based in collaboration, unification. It's a place that you can feel like you belong, and we we have a lot to offer. So I'd love to have you.
And I can contest to that. This fall, I was really honored to receive a soul retrieval from Jan, and there I had created some spaciousness for something to be returned, and what was returned was far greater than I even expected in that moment. And from that moment, I've shifted. And so I recommend that to people who feel called to that path. Go that way, please. So
yes, thank you. Yes.
So and if you ever get so lucky to have a soul retrieval from her, take it. Make sure you sign up. I'm sure you don't do that many soul retrievals.
I don't.
I know. I was such a gift.
It was. I do. I have done 3,500 of them, and so I actually refer most people out. But it was a pleasure to work with you. I wanted to give it to you.
I know.
Sure. But still, don't let that deter you. We have a staff of doctoral level practitioners that are outstanding. They're who I go to when I do soul retrieval, and so don't ever let that deter you, because they are phenomenal. Just high quality, cream of the crop practitioners. So.
And I would imagine that's true from the quality and the type of person you are too. So fire tenders, we will see you at the fire.
Yay! Looking forward to it.